last video had me pretty jacked up, and I'm still feeling it, okay? So I feel bad for paradoxman316. So this guy, he's had a pretty terrible life, and he hates God, all right? You can see he just fucking hates God. He wants to beat the shit out of God. He's mad at God. But, you know, when most people get mad at God and they get mad at the injustice in the world, they start thinking, maybe there is no God. Maybe I've been lied to this whole time. And then they do a little investigating and they realize that, yeah, they were obviously lied to. Because the Bible is obviously a fucking scam. And it's been proven over and over again. But nope, not this guy. No, he knows that there is a God. And he's mad. He's really mad. And he wants God to answer for his crimes. He's just like Preacher from the great new show on AMC. Which, by the way, that show's way better than this guy's channel. But the video we're going to watch is called, Will the Real Creator Please Stand Up? I don't know, will he? Let's find out. Actually, let's look at his description here. This God thing really has me wondering. Obviously, to me, what I have thought of as God all my life is not reliable. He, she, it created a hell on earth, only to promise that when we die, we might go to some heaven in another realm and blah, blah. I can tell this one's going to be boring. Good, I need to calm down a little bit, so let's go.
Here I go with another video, and the title is, Will the Real Creator Please Stand Up?
Yeah, we can see the title.
This God thing really has me wondering.
Okay.
Obviously.
First sign. You're very blatantly reading from your computer screen. That is very lame, dude. Honestly, like one of the most amateur things you could possibly do. So I'm just wondering how you managed to get up here to 10,598 subscribers when your videos consist of you reading really shitty emo notes you wrote to yourself in Word. Okay? And by the way, I think that the subscriber count appears to be a little inflated when we take into account the views and ratings. Is it possible that you have inflated your numbers somehow? I mean, I don't know. I just want to throw that possibility out there.
What I have thought of as God all of my life is not reliable.
He's reading his description
He,
box.
she, it created a hell on earth, only to promise that when we die, we might get to go to some heaven in another realm.
Don't you think it's weird that this, like, 400-year-old man is reading a document that he typed on Word that sounds like it was written by a fucking 17-year-old Marilyn Manson fan circa 1997? A kid who wears too much fucking makeup? It sounds like something I would have wrote back then, okay? But it took this guy 400 years of his life to arrive at the conclusion of an overly dramatic emo goth kid, okay? Congrats, man. You're an intellectual powerhouse.
If we are good.
Really asking the hard questions.
But in this realm,
In another 200 years, he might even realize there is no God.
the controllers are anything but good or honest. We live in the realm of the lie, on a planet of horrors. Just look at the world. Those who seem to...
Just look at the horror of this world. It's so horrible. That's why I'm sitting in an air-conditioned room in front of a computer, reading from a TV screen. Because this world is so unbearably horrible. Yeah, it looks really fucking luxurious to me, my friend. You live in a first world country and you're gonna sit there and whine about how God didn't give you everything you want? Why don't you take a fucking step back and realize just how fucking lucky you are that you live somewhere that electricity exists?
in control are not nice beings. And
do you eat every day? How many people have you been forced to kill for your own survival? 0? Okay, the world's not that horrible for you then, all right?
neither is the majority of people who seem confused.
But it's not enough! I want everyone to love me and I want to be rich and famous! Why are you torturing me, Jehovah?
At best, lost in a mass
You're
of
torturing yourself, okay, buddy? You're a fucking egomaniac who did not have the ambition or the drive to realize his own dreams. Now, the only person you have to be mad at is yourself.
deception and struggling just to survive. I feel tired today, wanting to experience something tangible that offers more than just...
I feel tired today, wanting to experience something tangible. Holy shit, this guy's great! I gotta subscribe now! He's got such great charisma! I feel like I'm on crack just watching him talk for 2 seconds! Just kidding! Actually, I feel like I'm on Ambien! Somebody give me a fucking pillow, cause he's putting me to sleep!
Is that possible? It is. But only if the real creator will stand up and take responsibility for creation.
So far, it seems our Father who art in heaven has neglected his children who are on earth. Okay, now you read it. Give us your thoughts.
I get to communicate with people from various parts of the world. And of course, I try to stay at least a little bit abreast of some of the things that are going on in the world. Mm-hmm. It's not pretty, folks. There's so much hunger.
What's not pretty is that a 400-year-old man is acting like a spoiled 13-year-old who just had his first ever philosophical realization. It's a little strange.
So much destitution among human beings, especially in third world countries. But even in this country, I see people sleeping under bridges. I
feel like God was watching this video and he goes, yeah, this guy has a real point. I should definitely listen to him. He knows what's going on. Wow, I don't know what I was thinking making all this suffering. Oh, somebody finally called me out. I guess I better get back to work.
Lots of people congregating at the free
I should have put Omni-Jesus on for that, but it's too much work.
Here in town locally. I see lots of things that are ridiculous, knowing that there's so much money on Earth that if it were even close...
There's so much money on Earth and I don't even have any of it! That's what this is really all about, right?
In an even sense.
You're not really upset about the poor people. You're just upset that you don't have some of that money that's floating around everywhere, right? That's why you're really mad at God.
There would be, everyone would be living in great abundance. There would be no lack of anything by anyone.
It's yourself that you're concerned for. Certainly you are no humanitarian.
Would be forced to have lack. There's enough to go around. So what's wrong?
Oh, hold on, guys. I'm channeling God. He said he never thought of it that way before.
What's wrong?
What do you think's going to happen, dude?
What's wrong?
God's going to come down to you and answer your questions?
Where is God? All of my life, since I was a little boy, I believed I was on a mission from God.
That's because you have delusions of grandeur, and you still do.
Bring the kingdom of heaven to earth, to play some role. I don't know what role. Maybe it's these...
My delusions of grandeur never manifested, and now I'm mad at my imaginary friend. Why does my imaginary friend not give me the things I want using magic powers? Well, maybe you would have got some of those things that you wanted out of life if you'd not been a crazy-ass crackpot.
Videos, maybe it's something else. I have no clue at this point because I don't know what I believe anymore. I'm at the point where I have to question everything. I'd like not to be in that position. But if I'm going to live in integrity, I have to tell the truth. And truth is not some mystical thing that's out there that is in a realm other than the realm that I'm experiencing now. Physicality...
I will tell you one good thing about this guy. He's not lying, okay? He is telling you the truth. He's totally insane, and he's delusional, and he's a megalomaniacal retard. So yeah, he's not being dishonest at all.
Is the realm of experience.
At least he can do one thing.
The other is the realm of imagination, of make-believe.
This video too mean.
Of maybe it is a realm of creation. But what has been created here on earth is not heaven. And it's not good. It's not fair. There's no justice.
It's heaven for some people, okay? For instance, to a starving African child, your life probably seems pretty heavenly, all right? So why don't you stop whining about how you never got all of the achievement that you wanted, you never got the attention that you wanted, people don't take you seriously. Why don't you stop whining about that and just be happy that you have a warm fucking bed to sleep in at night, okay? And stop pretending to be a humanitarian, because you're not.
There's no peace. There's nothing of any intrinsic value. Nothing.
There's nothing on the planet of any intrinsic value. You've never met other people who you like. You've never had any interactions which brought you any happiness or joy ever. Everything is just dark, depressing misery for you. If so, again, I just advise you to just take a look around at your surroundings and then compare them to the surroundings of the people who live in 80% of the rest of the planet, okay? So, your life is significantly better than the lives of other people, and yet you still can't find any happiness. Everything is just this horrible misery to you. There's no intrinsic value to anything. If there's no intrinsic value to anything on the planet, then why make your fucking video to begin with? Because your video must not have any intrinsic value. So maybe you should keep your delusional, failed megalomaniacal ego to yourself.
Planet has any intrinsic value from a purely human point of view, and seeing
you don't speak for everyone,
ourselves
okay?
as being able to thrive. We can't thrive. On the contrary, we are pushed down, beaten up.
When you say we, who the fuck are you talking about? Because are you talking about all humans? Because if all humans are pushed down, then who's doing it? It's not true, okay? Some humans push down other humans. For some humans, it is a heaven on earth. Your sense of self-importance is a little inflated, okay?
I mean, I have people that I know personally that are going through tremendous trauma financially. Mm-hmm. I'd love to be able to help them. Yeah, but I hang on to what little I have because I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if I'm going to need that.
Are you making this video to assuage your guilt about not helping your friends? Is that what's going on here? Somebody asked you for money, you couldn't do it, now you're making this video to show what a fucking martyr you are? Okay. Okay, Grandpa.
Survive myself because I still have tremendous lack consciousness, because that's the reality of this world. There's a handful of people, relatively speaking, that control most of the wealth. And the vast majority of the people have next to nothing.
Are you going to call out God?
They live on...
Are you going to call out God? Skip.
Not even
I really want to see this guy
on YouTube,
call out God.
where sometimes they were not balanced at all. It was irrational. But in any case, I want to live on a planet, in a world that has physical existence, that has potential and real possibility of everyone prospering.
No one cares what you want. It doesn't affect reality.
Some imagined thing. Not some pie in the sky and the sweet by and by, but something now that's tangible here on earth. I get people sending me,
What is the purpose of your video? To tell us that you want to live in a utopian society? We all want to live in a utopian society, okay? But we're supposed to believe that you're some special speaker who enunciates these things. But you don't. You're just immaturely calling out a God that doesn't even exist. And then you're pointing out that you've noticed suffering in the world and you're whining about other people's suffering. Meanwhile, you're not even really suffering. You're just sitting here on YouTube stoking the fires of your own ego, trying to get some sycophants of your own to tell you how fucking great you are. Well, try again, okay, Grandpa? Anyway, this guy is a fucking bore fest. Let's move on from this guy, all right? And by the way, yes, I'm going to mention it. Go donate to my Patreon for the monthly secret episodes of Magick Kool-Aid. There's 2 of them. And I tell you secrets in those episodes. All right? Now I'll see you on the other side of the break! And like this video!